Hey everybody! Well, I just got back from a trip to the US and I brought back some stuff that I needed here at the villas, so we're gonna get some stuff done today. We're Douglas and Esperanza, and we decided to leave our lives in the US and move to magical Loreto, Mexico, where we built our boutique resort Pufferfish Villas from the ground up and work running it and saving to expand in the future. Please come with us to follow our journey and live before you die. So before we get started today, I was gonna let you know that I am using a new camera. Now my old camera, I jumped into the pool with the little side door off, which makes it fully waterproof, and some water got in there. It never really was perfect after that, and it started having some problems. Also, we have been having problems here in Mexico getting things with everything that's going on with tariffs and all that kind of stuff. Stuff is becoming more difficult to get, like on Amazon or different apps down here in Mexico. So when I was up there, I decided to get a new camera because if the camera goes out, then I only have one, then I won't be able to make any videos. So I upgraded to a DJI Action 5, Osmo Action 5, and it came in a bundle with the new mini mic from DJI, so I'm using that today. And this camera, so far, I'm really excited because I am standing in my shop with the lights off, and just with the light that's coming in the front of the shop here from outside. And normally in this position, I would need to turn on the lights in the shop and I would be really dim. But this camera is supposed to be way better in low light, and it looks like it's going to. So if you're interested in getting yourself a good action camera, which is what I use to film all my videos, you can always look in the description below. We have a link to our Amazon store, and everything we use to make videos and everything we put into the villas is all there, so that you can buy stuff if you're interested in what the kind of stuff that we use here. All right, I'm going to turn on the lights. Well, let me see here. I was going to go back and show you what I got here. Man, this is impressive. This kind of light quality, and it is really dim in here. I am very impressed with the light quality. All right, I'm going to turn on the lights anyways. This is one thing I've been trying to get. Now, we had two of these for our bikes, and we put them on two bikes. The bikes with the baskets get used the most. It makes sense because people go to the store, go down to the convenience store, and they want to bring stuff back, and it's much easier if you get a basket on the bike. So we had two. I wanted to get two of the same type because they're a nice basket. They're only about $15 on Amazon, and they seem to work pretty good. So I ordered two. They got here, and they were the wrong basket. They were a different basket by the same company. I ordered two more. They got here, and they were the same wrong basket. So I've had this before with Amazon. I actually had it not too long ago with a pair of pants. And I ordered them 4 times, and every time I ordered them from that vendor, I got the wrong size. So that just tells me that that item was misbinned or put in the wrong bin in the warehouse, and every time they go to pick it, they continue to pick the wrong item. This was the same thing. So luckily this is just, a Chinese made item. There's probably 20 different people that sell this exact same item on Amazon. And so I went to a different vendor, which I think cost me like 50 cents more, but I figured, well, if I go to a different vendor, I can actually get what I wanted. I've ordered two. I got two. One of them is good. So now we've got one more. One of them was broken again. So now I had the third return to Amazon, and I've got to order one more basket, but I'm going to go and put this one on today. Also, when I was up there, I got some other things that I have not been able to order down here. They just won't ship them for some reason. One of them was a backup controller for our gate. Now, I made a video a little while ago. I was working on the gate. It was doing all kinds of weird things. The electronics, it was not opening right. The timing of the opening and closing was screwed up. And I'm not sure. I went down there and messed with it. And after 3 times of messing with it, I got it to start to work right again like it's supposed to. But I thought, I need a backup because if this thing goes out, I don't have a backup controller here, then I'm going to be without a gate opener for who knows how long till I can get another one down here. So I decided to order a backup control board for my gate, and that I will just keep in case the gate dies or starts to have problems. And that's another thing that we really have to do down here is things that we really need and are not easy to get, like not in town, in a store in town. Those things I need to order ahead of time and keep on stock. And that's why I have several bins back here of just backup stock items. Valves for my cisterns that I use. Parts for the pool heater, parts for the pool pump. I just brought back 2 thermocouples for our pool system, which are the sensors that sense the water temperature for the solar heating and also the heat pump, because I've been having problems with one of my sensors. So I decided I better get some backup sensors down here because I can't order them here, and it would probably take me 2-3 weeks to get them, and that would be a huge disaster if I couldn't run the heater because the thermocouple failed. So have that. I have backup capacitors for the heat pump because those are known to go out. Any critical system that could fail that I don't want to be offline, like our water system, our pool, our gate. Even I have backup locks for the electronic locks for the villas. All that stuff we have backups for and parts for. So if it goes down, I can fix it immediately and then order another backup part. So if it goes down again, I've always got some backup here. I am kind of a hoarder of parts, or at least that's what Esperanza calls me. I don't hoard stuff in the house, but I do hoard parts. Anything I get, anything I buy, anytime I buy parts, if I have extra, I keep it because I might need it later on. And I have this entire Vidmar cabinet filled with all kinds of different parts, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, the rings for doing curtains, gauges. These are just gas gauges and all kinds of different stuff. Screws, big hooks, concrete anchors that you drive in, all that kind of stuff. And then the next one is electrical, plumbing, and gas. I've got pressurized air here. I've got gas stuff. I've got plumbing stuff. I've got shark bites pieces. All kinds of stuff. Electrical stuff, electrical pieces. And then the bottom is full of the bigger stuff. And this is just one of my places I store stuff. I also have lots of different parts and stuff hanging all around here. And I have these cabinets full of different parts. I have those cabinets full of parts. And I have lots of screws, nuts, fasteners, tapes, anything I might need. I try to keep all the parts that I can. And this has always been the way I've been, but it's really good here because some of these parts you can't get here. Some of these parts you might spend 3 hours running around town to try to find them. So having it right here at my fingertips, don't have to go to the store every few hours to get a part during a project, really helps out. And I do the same thing with materials too. You can see wood-wise, I keep every scrap of wood that I cut, and you'd be surprised. Even little stuff like this, little scraps like this, things, I use them all the time. I use a lot of these parts. I think every piece of wood in here will eventually get used for some project somewhere. Same thing I do with, I keep plastic. I've got like all the plumbing parts, totes and totes of plumbing parts back there. Lots of metal that's backup and stuff that's left over. Got some other pipes down here. So I am kind of a hoarder of parts and materials, but especially being here in Mexico where it isn't quite as available as it is in other places, definitely worth it. We were not here for a week, so our cleaners have done several flips while we were gone, and that's really scary for us. This is only the second time we've ever left for more than like a day while we had guests here. And it's only the second time we've ever had flips or new guests coming in when we weren't here. Our cleaners tend to do a fantastic job. It's just every once in a while something's a little out of place. I'm this weirdo perfectionist, so I like everything to be exactly perfect. While I'm in here, I was going to tell you about something that we've had happen in the Keurigs. Looks like it did not happen while we were gone. But so we have this Keurig machine that has a carafe, and then it has a normal Keurig where you put the K-cups into the Keurig. And we also have a single-use Keurig K-cup in case people want to use their own ground coffee, but they don't want to make a whole carafe. So, unfortunately, we have had some guests that have poured coffee into here just like this. And when you pour the coffee grounds into this K-cup thing, it makes a huge mess, unfortunately. And part of this comes out, so you can get part of this apart to clean it, but a lot of it doesn't come apart. And so the cleaning procedure then becomes, you have to put a dish under here, and you just have to pour water. I pour hot water down through here until I can get this all rinsed out and all those coffee grounds rinsed out of this K-cup holder. So please, please, please never put coffee grounds in a K-cup side of a K-cup machine unless you have the coffee grounds inside of this little K-cup adapter, which then will just make regular coffee, not a mess. So I'm down here to put this on the bike. So I'm going to put this holder on this bike here and get that mounted, the basket. I'm also going to install something that Esperanza ordered here up in the US, and I brought down with me license plates. You got license plates for all the bikes, and look at that, it's almost a perfect match, pretty close. I'm gonna hang these on the back side of the seat here, and then everybody will know where the bikes came from. All right, I'm gonna get to work and I'll show you when I'm done here. This is awesome. Esperanza did a fantastic job here getting these Pufferfish Villas, pufferfishvillas.com, and November 2023 is when we opened. So awesome addition to our bikes. Now we can advertise when people are riding our bikes around town. All right, one more project done. I'm gonna put this away and then put the garbage out. Well, I've got a new project here that I'm gonna work on this morning, and that is to rotate the tires on the Moke. So, as you can see, the front tires here on the Moke have considerable wear on the outside side. And the inside side, not too bad at all. Same problem on the other side. Now, if you look at the back tires, they are in very good shape. No excessive wear, and they don't have hardly any wear because they are not the drive tires. This is a front wheel drive because the motor's in the front where the battery is and everything else. The back tires are just rolling tires. So I believe that the problem with this is, one, these are crappy tires. I have no idea why Moke decided on this rim size and this tire size on here, because everything, the whole size for the bolts is a kind of a golf cart size, and then they put a car tire on this, and the car tire that fits on this wheel is extremely rare and hard to get, and there's no good ones except for some Pirelli racing tires that cost about $4,000 a tire. That apparently this is the size of a racing, some type of racing vehicle. Other than that, I think there's only 2 or 3 tires available that will fit on this rim. And they're all 3 total junk tires, and they're super expensive, like over $100 a tire, $200 a tire for a little tiny junky tire like this, because these tires don't fit on any cars. It's a unique size almost just for this. So that makes it extremely difficult to buy new tires. I wanted to get some more off-roady tires because here where we are, we're driving on the dirt and the rocks a lot, and I don't trust these tires, but there is no off-roady tire that will fit on this wheel. When I have to buy new tires, I might just buy new rims so that I can put something on here, and that's even difficult because there's not too many rims with this bolt pattern, because it's a weird bolt pattern. So it's kind of a pain, but for now I'm going to make these tires last as long as I can, and to do that I'm going to take these tires and rotate them to the back, bring the back ones up here. That'll give me some more life. So the big question is, why is this happening in the first place? And I thought about this, and I think I have the answer. These tires were not doing this before I changed the battery. So a lot of times when you see this, you're going to think, oh, the tires are out of adjustment and they need to be aligned. Well, I don't think they are. What I think is happening is I took 700 pounds of batteries out of this thing, and I replaced 700 pounds of batteries with 120 pounds of batteries. And this thing, the suspension, everything was designed for 700 pounds. I believe what is happening is the suspension all raised up, and that tilted this wheel inward because of the way the suspension works. Is the farther the suspension goes up, the more the wheel tilts inward. And you can actually see it if you get out here. It's kind of hard to see there, but the wheel is tilted inward like this slightly. That's what's causing that. So then you'd say, well, maybe you need to adjust the front suspension to tow the wheels out. I would, but there is no adjustment on the suspension. These are non-adjustable as far as I can tell. So I don't know if there's any way to resolve this problem so it stops happening. The wheel is being held too far down because there's not enough weight on it. So I guess if you maybe cut the spring and let it lower down a little bit, again, that might line it back up. But this is a lot of work, and you know, I'm just for now going to rotate the tires and hope that gives me another couple years, and then maybe I can flip them to the other side and get some time out of them, and then eventually put some off-road tires on here that maybe will hold up a little better. In any case, I'm going to go grab the jack. We're going to lift this up, flip the tires around, then we'll do the other side and see how it looks. All right, I got the tires all swapped on both sides, and now we have the nice new tires from the back. up here in the front. And hopefully they will last a little longer. And maybe we can get another year out of them. Thanks everybody for watching the video. You actually get to see a little sneak peek of my next project behind me here. But we're going to have to wait for next video for that. So, thank you guys again for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And never forget to live before you die.